Hi, my name is Pete Mazaris. I own a home inspection business in Cleveland, Ohio. Nets me about $300,000 a year, and I only work about an hour or so a day on it, in it actually. And believe it or not, I run that business from Florida, so I am not out in the field doing the inspections like I was when I first started. And so, how did I get to that point? How did I get to the point where I'm not climbing a roof, climbing through attics, and doing inspections, but I am semi-retired in Florida and my business is in Ohio, and it brings in a great revenue stream. And I am so bored now that according to my wife, I need to find something to do. So how did I get to that point? So I did that by working at it over the years. Took me about 10 years to go full time. I had started out part time on the side because I couldn't generate enough income, obviously, when I first started to replace my full time day job. And so I can see that it was possible to do the inspections part time on the side in the evenings, on the weekends, and get really good at my craft so that when I would go on inspections, that clients and realtors would see how good I was, or good I was at my process of inspecting and communicating and data collection and reporting, so that future clients would come to me as referrals from past clients or from realtors. And so it took me a while to get to full-time business. Like I said, 10 years, probably because I didn't pay to have a coach or a consultant as I am now. And that took me a while because I learned the hard way, like most people do. And so I think there's a way to short circuit that. But anyway, for me, it took me 10 years to build up enough clients, referral sources, get really good at my process. And then it took another few years to get to capacity, how many inspections that I could actually do without going crazy. And so I think that number was 580 or 600 inspections in one year. Yes, I worked 83 days in a row one time to do that. And full disclosure, it was the point in my life where my kids weren't with me because they were older, and I was in between wives or girlfriends. Sorry about that. And so that allowed me to work that crazy number. And so obviously, that's not a sustainable thing to do unless you're a workaholic. So I decided to hire my first employee. But before that, I had stopped and started with trying to train people to come on board, and that didn't work out until I finally figured out how to do it correctly. And then once I did that, I found the right person and hired him in full time, and trained him for a year by having him follow me and participate with me on every single inspection for a year. And this inspector had no prior knowledge to the home inspection industry, no prior knowledge for construction or with any of the trades. And so that took a year. And it also took a year for my referral sources to get comfortable with this new inspector so that I didn't have to be present when I would schedule him, in the future on his own. And they would be comfortable with that. And so that worked out well. And I hired a second employee, second inspector, same process. So that inspector had no previous knowledge or experience in the trades, in construction, or obviously with inspecting. But my process that I had developed, my routine, was pretty good. And again, took me a year training that second inspector until he was capable of going on his own and performing inspections, under my obviously, scheduling and overseeing, so that my referral sources would be comfortable with that inspector. And so that was great. So then I got to the point where I'm scheduling the three of us I'm in the field doing inspections and scheduling and taking phone calls, booking clients. Okay. Um, Hired the third inspector, did the same thing. 1 year training. Guy had no experience in the field, no experience in home inspecting, no prior knowledge with the trades or the construction industry. Took a year to get our referral sources comfortable with that inspector. Then hired a fourth guy, and then a fifth guy. And then at that point, I back away from doing inspections in the field, and my inspectors that I had hired are able to train the new guys that come in. And so, along with online scheduling and automating my phone service so that callers can come in and I can either text them pricing and availability or just send them to my website where they can do the same thing. And that way, I don't have to answer the phone. So that's the other fun fact about my business. Not only do I make $300,000 a year, and work less than an hour a day, I don't answer the phone. And so this is how I've built my business. It took me a while to get here because I didn't have much help. I was hard-headed, didn't have really anybody helping me other than going online and going on the forums and the Facebook groups and, going to conventions and, local inspector meetings, which is the long way, the hard way to get to where, I got to, which I finally arrived at this point, but I think it could be a quicker process. And I think that it's possible for all of you who are watching this video to do it if you stick with it. I got to $300,000 a year, working less than an hour a day, and doing it from another state than my actual business is in. And bonus, I don't answer the phone. In fact, you can call me right now and I won't answer it. 440-724-3198. Hope you guys have a great day.